Hey everybody, Ryan here. Alright, there's quite a few games for today, so let's get this started. If you haven't noticed, I added a little subscribe button in the bottom right corner of this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you for subscribing. Alright, let's get started with all the NHL games from February 25th, 2021. Alright, first game is between Boston and New York Islanders. Now, Boston has had a tendency to come back in the third period this year. Now, can that continue, or can the Islanders win one? Because I know they've been winning, but it's been kind of a 500 winning type of thing. They win, but they lose, then they win, then they lose. So let's see how they did today. They did quite well. And I didn't write down the seventh goal. It's actually 7-2 they won over Boston today. So, scoring actually began a minute 2 into the first period. Nick Ritchie's seventh from, I believe it's Jacob Zobril. It's either Jakob or Jacob. I've heard it both ways for names spelled the exact same way. So, it just depends on the player. So, I'm going to say Jacob Zobril and Charlie Coyle. At 3:16, Adam Pelech scores his first goal of the year for the Islanders to tie the game. 12:39, Matthew Barzal's seventh from Nick Leddy and Semyon Varlamov. Goalie point. Alright, so this point, 2-1 for the Islanders, end of the first. Second period, 11:36, and Craig Smith scores his fourth from Jake DeBrusk and Euro Vaakainen. That's a fun one to say. But at that point, end of the second period is tied 2-2. Then it goes downhill for the Bruins from there. No third period miracle today. Anthony Boulivier at 5:41 of the third scores his first of the year, which is kind of surprising. He had 18 goals last year. I had to look it up. I was like, this accurate from NHL.com? Because they aren't always the most accurate with everything. At least first time around they aren't. But Boulivier, that is his first goal of the year. For a guy with 18 goals last year, I'm kind of surprised it took him this long to get his first. But who knows? Maybe it's the one that opens the floodgates at this point. And honestly, he has 3 points in, I think it's 20 games or 19 games, something like that. So it's not a good start to the year for Boulivier. But hopefully this turns it around for him. Then at 10:45 of the third, Jordan Eberle's eighth from Matthew Barzal and Anders Lee. 12:24, Jean-Gabriel Pageau's eighth on shorthanded from Adam Pelech. At 14:44, Anders Lee's ninth for Noah Dobson and Nick Leddy. At 16:33, Oliver Wahlstrom's second from Ryan Pollock and Casey Cizikas. Now, initially, just going to say this now, 3:16 into the first Adam Pelech goal, they had Matt Martin and Casey Cizikas initially with assists on that one. They must have changed their mind because they took them away at the end of the game. So I had to change that, and I obviously forgot to write the 7 for the score for the Islanders. But overall, Islanders just killed the Bruins in that third period. It was not a good third period for the Bruins. Halak did not stop anything, it seemed like. So that's how it was. Looks like Barzal had 2 points, goal and assist. Like I said, goalie point for Varlamov. Nick Leddy had 2 assists. Adam Pelech a goal and an assist. Anders Lee goal and an assist. Looks like, just checking to see if there's anybody else with multiple points. I don't. Amazingly, they scored 7 goals, and it looks like Barzal has a goal and assist out of that. You'd think he'd have more, but no, not this time around. And no multi-point guys for the Bruins. Honestly, the shots were fairly even. Islanders outshot the Bruins by 1, 37-36. Bruins won the faceoff dot 53-47. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play. Bruins took 14 minutes in penalties, so I'm guessing there's a misconduct somewhere. And the Islanders had 4 penalty minutes. Hits were 26-24 in favor of the Islanders. Blocks 16-8 in favor of the Bruins. And giveaways were 13-6. Islanders with 6-13. There goes that stinking watch again. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to shut that thing off tonight because it just annoys me. Shut up, watch. Oh, wrong watch. Didn't even know I had multiple watches. There we go. Silent watch. Hooray. All right. Halak, 30 saves, 811 save percentage for a loss. Varlamov, 34 saves, 944 save percentage for the win. So, Bruins, that was a bad game. But you know what? Everybody has bad games. It happens. We'll have to see how they respond next meetup between these two. All right, on to an always fun rivalry. It hasn't been the most physical this year, though. I'll give it that. But Pittsburgh versus Washington. And Washington beat them 5-2. There you go. All right, first period. Nicholas Backstrom scores his 9th at 11:20 of the first from Nick Jensen. No scoring in the second period. Third period, the floodgates open for both teams because it was 1-0 going into the third. And now, 5-2 at the end of the third. Huge difference. All right, 3:18 into the third. TJ Oshie's 5th from Lars Eller and John Carlson. 4:22 into the third. Brandon Tane's 5th. Shorthanded goal unassisted. 7:22 into the third. Penguins tie the game at this point. Jake Gensel's 7th from Sidney Crosby and Chris Letang. 12:40, Tom Wilson's 7th on the power play from John Carlson and Alex Ovechkin. That would also be your game winner. And Pittsburgh fans are cursing Tom Wilson once again, but not for a hit. That's a positive. 18:38 into the third. I'm going to guess this was an empty netter. Carl Hagelin's 2nd unassisted. At 19:08, Lars Eller's 3rd from TJ Oshie and Nicholas Backstrom. I'm guessing an empty netter. Just assuming by the time and considering it was a 1-goal lead at the point, I think that's a safe assumption. All right, Washington outshot Pittsburgh 35-28. They killed Pittsburgh in the faceoff dot 61-39. Power plays 0 for 4 for the Penguins. That hurts. They need to be better with that, considering they have Malkin, Crosby. They need to be way better on that power play. Washington 1 for 3. Penalty minutes 8-6. Capitals with 8. Hits were 24-21. Pretty light hitting game considering how much of a rivalry these two usually are. But Washington won that category. Blocks 17-6. Pittsburgh was 17. Giveaways 6-5. Washington was 6. Jerry 30 saves, 909 save percentage in the loss. And Vanacek 26 saves, 929 save percentage for the win. All right, on to Carolina in Tampa. Now, these two have been having some interesting games so far. This one not as much interesting as the previous ones, but still a good game overall. No score. Oh no, I'm sorry. 14:23 into the first. Brett Pesce scores his 2nd of the year from Jesper Fast and Sebastian Aho. So Pesce and Fast have been having a good series against Tampa, but they're probably about the only offensive ones that have really had a great series so far because it's the 3rd game in a row. All right, at 12:39 in the second, Mikhail Sergachev's 1st from Braden Point, tying the game. Third period, 6:22, and Yanni Gourde scores his 5th from Victor Hedman and Curtis McElhaney. Goalie point for McElhaney. And at that point, that's the game winner. 18:44, Barclay Goodrow's 5th empty net goal just seals the deal 3-1. Carolina actually outshot Tampa in this game 32-22. They beat him in the faceoff dot 55-45. This was not a power play night for either of these teams. The penalty kills were very good, or the power plays were just absolutely horrendous. 0 for 6 for Carolina and 0 for 5 for Tampa. That is surprising because both these teams have very good offensive teams, so it's kind of surprising they have that bad of a power play in one game, but maybe it's just perfect storm of both had an off night. Penalty minutes were 12-10, Tampa with 12. Hits 17-12, Tampa with 17. Blocks 15-7, Tampa with the lead there. Giveaways were amazingly good in this game. I don't think either coach is going to be irritated or mad about the giveaway numbers. 1-0, Tampa with 1. I think that's the 2nd or 3rd straight game Carolina's had 0 giveaways. Coach has to be happy, but pissed off that they have 0 wins in that time. And Tampa's coach is probably happy because 1 giveaway and you still won. I mean, one giveaway generally isn't always the end-all be-all, but if it's a 1-0 game, that one giveaway leads to a goal, yeah, I think the coach would be pissed off then. But this situation, no, not pissed off at all, I don't think. Reimer, 19 saves, 905 save percentage for a loss for Carolina. I think he has 2 of the 3 losses so far, and honestly, he has played very well in those games. It's just no run support in front of him. McElhaney, 31 saves, 969 save percentage for one of those rare starts. So good for McElhaney. Always nice to see him get a win. All right, Dallas versus Florida. Let's see if Dallas can get off that schneid again, because what is it, 5 losses in 6 games now? And Florida's back in first in this division, so let's see. Nope, Florida wins this one again. 3-2 this time. No scoring in the first. Second period, it looks good for Dallas at this point. 2:10 into the second. God, I can't speak right now. Sorry. Joe Pavelski's 10th on the power play from Justin Dowling and Miro Heiskanen. Sorry. And at 17:49, Jamie Benn makes it 2-0. His 4th of the year from John Klingberg and Radek Faksa. Nice to see Faksa getting a point. It seems to be very rare this year, but good to see it. But then it goes downhill for Dallas at this point. 13:39, Alexander Barkov's 8th from Mackenzie Weegar and Jonathan Huberdeau. 14:31, Anton Strawman's 2nd of the year from Mason Marchment. Hey, first point in a while for Marchment, it feels like. And Eetu Luostarinen. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Luostarinen's name, because that's not a name you're going to forget necessarily. It's a fun name to say. But it's nice to see him getting a point again. 16:50, Frank Vetrano's 5th of the year from Alex Wenberg and Patrick Hornquist. That's your game winner with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. That hurts for Dallas. Dallas actually outshot the Panthers 39-35. They did better in the faceoff dot, 56-44. They had a better power play, 1 for 2 to 0 for 1. 2 penalty minutes they took to 4 for Florida. Hits were 33-30 in favor of Dallas. Blocks 11-7 in favor of Florida. And giveaways 10-8, 10 for Dallas. That's probably what killed them right there. Ottinger, 32 saves for a 914 save percentage. And Sergei Bobrovsky, 37 saves, 949 save percentage. Very good game for both goalies. Just that last half of the third period just killed Dallas. It's unfortunate to see them losing the way they have, but hopefully they can turn it around, because at this point it doesn't look like they're going to make the playoffs. Where, out of my predictions, Florida is definitely the surprise team. Did not expect them to be as good as they are. So, it's nice to see, because I enjoy seeing both Florida teams succeed. So, nice to see. Alright, on to Chicago versus Columbus. Last time around, this was a 6-5 Columbus overtime win. Or was it a Chicago overtime win? Actually, I think it was Chicago won at 6-5, but it was a shooting fest in the last game. Let's see if they do the same thing again. No, 2-0 in this game. And no scoring till the third period. Which, Tortorella's yelling at them for that one. 8:45 into the third, Patrick Kane's 10th from Calvin DeHaan and Matthias Janmark. At 19:10, Carl Soderberg, his 4th of the year from Connor Murphy. My guess is empty net goal. It doesn't list them if they're empty net on NHL.com. They just list them as goals, which they count as goals either way. But it'd be nice if they put that little EN that some websites put next to the empty net goals, so you can be knowledgeable where or not it is or isn't. I mean, I guess I could have watched the video, but I'm trying to write this out for all the games. I don't necessarily have time to watch all the videos. I catch what I can on the NHL network broadcast, catching the recaps of the games, because I can't watch all the games all the time. It's impossible. Or is it? Yes, it is. Alright. Shots on goal were 27-26 in favor of Chicago. Face-off 67-33. That's one area Tortorella probably is not mad about at all, but pretty much all the others he is. Power play 0 for 1 for Chicago and 0 for 2 for Columbus. Chicago took 4 penalty minutes to Columbus's 2. Hits were 26-14 in favor of Columbus. Blocks 14-13 in favor of Chicago. Giveaways 8-3. Columbus with 8. that is probably where Mr. Torrell is going to be angry as well. All right. Malcolm Subban, 26 saves shutout for the win. Korpisalo, 25 saves for 962 save percentage. He had a good game, just that one goal. That's it. All right. Calgary versus Ottawa. Now, Calgary, they lost the last one to Ottawa. They had won 1-2 against Toronto, which probably gave them a bit of a good feeling coming out of it, because you can beat the best team in the league at this point. That's usually going to give you a boost, but let's see. No, not at all. It was not a good game for Calgary. 7:45 into the first, Drake Batherson 6 from Tim Stützle and Artem Anisimov. Good to see Anisimov back in the lineup after clearing waivers. 9:27 into the first, Eric Goodbranson's first as Ottawa center from Chris Tierney. Then, a minute 41 into the second, Milan Lucic scores his 5th of the year from Dylan Dubé and Christopher Tanev. So, at this point, 2-1. Close game, right? It goes downhill from here, Calgary fans. I'm sorry to tell you. If you didn't already know, I'm sure you probably did. But 4:39 in the second, Connor Brown's 5th, unassisted. 7:24 in the second, Eric Brandstrom's 2nd, unassisted. Third period, 4:55 in, Colin White's 3rd from Nick Paul and Thomas Chabot. At 14:46, Colin White's 4th from Thomas Chabot again. Yeah, that's just how this game went for Calgary. Not a good one. The shots were really close. 31-30, Ottawa outshot them. Face-offs, Calgary won there, 53-47. Now, I gotta admit, in all the years I've watched hockey, it is extremely rare to see a game with 0 penalty minutes. 0 for both teams. That means 0 power plays, 0 penalty minutes. That's rare. And considering these two, I mean, it's Tkachuk versus Tkachuk. There's got to be anger there, I mean, right? Not necessarily against each other, but they definitely love to pester people, so how do you end up with 0 penalty minutes between these two teams? Hits were 27-23 in favor of Calgary, blocks 18-12 in favor of Ottawa. Giveaways were not good for either team. 19 for Ottawa, 11 for Calgary. Rittich started the game, 16 saves, 800 save percentage. He was replaced by a guy I've never even heard of. Zagadulin, I believe is how you say his name. 9 saves, 18 saves, 818 save percentage, sorry. And Matt Murray, 29 saves, 967 save percentage. Murray had a good game. Rittich, after having good, solid last 2-3 games, not a good one tonight. Alright, on to Buffalo versus New Jersey. Now, just to give you a heads up, Jack Eichel did not play tonight for Buffalo due to a lingering injury. So, they're Eichel free. And at one point in this game, Linus Ullmark started the game. He was injured and had to leave. So, Ben Hutton came in replacement and didn't do the greatest, but let's see how it ended up anyways. Yeah, they ended up losing. 4-3 in overtime. So, only goal in the first. Riley Sheehan at 6:28 of the first scores his 2nd from Victor Olofsson. Second period, 5:27 in. Jesper Bratt's 1st of the year for New Jersey from Pavel Zacha. And then at 8:03 of the second, Casey Middlestad's 1st of the year on the power play from Eric Stahl and Colin Miller. Nice to see Middlestad getting a goal. Hopefully he doesn't seem like the bust that he is at this point. Keep the goals and assists coming, Middlestad, because I think he had assists last game they played. And now with Eichel, depending on how long he's out, he's going to get more of a chance. So, take advantage, Middlestat. Alright, 4:25 into the third. Miles Wood 6 on the power play from Nikita Gusev and Ty Smith. That ties the game at that point. Then, Nico Hischier scores his 1st of the year. 6:45 into the third from Pavel Zacha. At 15:30, Buffalo ties at 3-3. Sam Reinhart's 7th on the power play from Taylor Hall and Rasmus Dahlin. At 1:17 into overtime, Pavel Zacha's 5th of the year from Jesper Bratt and Ty Smith. Now, there was good games for Jesper Bratt, goal and assist. Pavel Zacha had a goal and 2 assists. And Ty Smith 2 assists. And there are no multi-point guys for Buffalo. But Buffalo didn't do too bad considering Eichel wasn't playing. That's a good sign, especially considering all the trade rumors. I don't think he's being traded in the regular season. That package will be way too big. There's no way they're going to trade him in the regular season. Because whoever trades him is going to have to trade like 4 or 5 guys to get him at least, and draft picks. And probably money. So the likelihood of that trade getting done outside of the offseason is pretty much nothing. Because they keep talking about like LA possibly taking him or the Rangers taking him. It's like the Rangers take him. They aren't even in the playoffs right now. LA's in the playoffs, and they're going to have to sacrifice a bunch of young guys who've been playing very well for them. Why at this point? See how the season plays out. Then in the offseason, if you still want to make that trade, make it. But for right now, I don't see him being traded in the regular season. Because, I mean, Buffalo's just not doing well. So, and a lot of the Buffalo fans want him gone too because they're probably tired of hearing he doesn't want to be there. So, it's probably going to happen at this point, but who knows how it's going to work out because it's going to get uglier before it gets better. Alright, shots on goal. New Jersey outshot them 40-32. Faceoffs, Buffalo won 56-44. Power play 1 for 4 for New Jersey, 2 for 4 for Buffalo. So a good power play game for Buffalo. Penalty minutes 8 each, hits 14 each, blocks 14-6 in favor of Buffalo, and giveaways 10-2, Buffalo with 10. Mackenzie Blackwood, 29 saves, 906 save percentage for the win. Linus Ullmark made 15 saves for a 1,000 save percentage before he got hurt. Hutton 21 saves, 840 save percentage. Not a good coming in relief game for Hutton. Allowed 4 goals compared to the starter allowing 0. I know it's based off of injury why he came in, not because of Ullmark's performance, but still, you want your backup to do just a little bit better at least. Maybe allowed 3 only. Which I guess technically he did until overtime. Oh well. Alright, Nashville versus Detroit. Detroit won this matchup 5-2. Had to be a shutout last game. 4:55 into the first, Luke Glendening second from Philip Zadina and Darren Helm. Then at 14:15 in the first, Michael Granlund's 4th of the year on the power play from Roman Josi and Eli Tolvanen to tie the game at that point. Second period, Sam Gagne's 1st of the year from Bobby Ryan. Then at 2:55 of the third, Eric Hall's 1st of the year, finally, from Ryan Ellis and Luke Cunningham. Then at 9:58 of the third, Sam Gagne's 2nd from Bobby Ryan and Danny DeKeyser. 16:22 into the third, Adam Aaroni's 2nd from Darren Helm and Luke Glendening. Then 16:56 of the third, Sam Gagne's 3rd of the year, 3rd of the game to complete the hat trick. Now, it's not his 8-point game that he had a few years back, but still, hat trick's always nice too, right? And I don't think any Detroit fan's going to say no to that because they got the win. Especially over against a former rival in Nashville. Granted, they haven't been rivals since Detroit went to the East, but still, old rivals. Alright, shots on goal, Nashville outshot them actually 39-32. Faceoffs, though, were definitely in Detroit's favor, 58-42. Nashville 1 for 3 on the power play, Detroit 0 for 3. 8 penalty minutes each, 15-13 the hits in favor of Detroit. Blocks 13-9 in favor of Nashville. And giveaways 9-2, Detroit with 9. Rene 27 saves, 871 save percentage. And Bernier 37 saves, 949 save percentage for the win. Alright, on to Montreal versus Winnipeg. Winnipeg won this one 6-3. Montreal, even though they fired Therrien and Kirk Muller yesterday, still didn't win their first game. Didn't look great in the process either. But we'll see. It's only the first game under a new coach. Let's see how it plays out. But Montreal continues to slide at this point. 6-3 loss. They started out well. First period, 13:45. Joel Armia, or Yoel, I believe is pronounced, Armia's third of the year from Alexander Romanov and Paul Byron. 1729 of the first, Yoel Armia's fourth from Jonathan Drouin and Jeff Petrie. At this point, looking good. 2-0 at the end of the first. Then the second period happens. 5:37 in, Kyle Connor's ninth on the power play from Blake Wheeler and Mark Scheifele. That's responded though. 7:33 in the second, Tomas Tatar's fifth on the power play from Jesperi Kakiniemi. I don't know why that one's so hard to say. From Jeff Petrie. So it's 3-1 again, so another 2-goal lead. 11:50 into the second, Kyle Connor's 10th from Paul Stastny and Nikolai Ehlers. Okay, 3-2. Then at 14:26 of the second, Corey Perry fights Nikolai Ehlers. I'll post a link to the fight. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be an interesting fight, to be honest with you. They aren't. Neither one is a very good fighter. And honestly, I can't think of many, if any, times Ehlers has actually fought. So, who knows? But right after that, 14:31, Blake Wheeler ties the game with his sixth of the year for Neil Pionk and Pierre-Luc Dubois. Another point for Dubois. Then at 6:37 of the third, Nate Thompson's first of the year for Mason Appleton and Adam Lowry. That would technically be your game winner right there. 12:37 into the third, Pierre-Luc Dubois' fourth from Matthew Perreault and Andrew Kopp. At 18:22, Mark Scheifele's 11th from Blake Wheeler and Andrew Kopp. Wheeler had a good game. Goal and 2 assists. Pierre-Luc Dubois, goal and assist. Scheifele had goal and assist. Andrew Kopp, 2 assists. Let's see, any other multi-point guys for them? I don't see any. Okay. Oh, wait, Kyle Connor, 2 goals. Sorry. And then for Montreal, Yoel Armia, 2 goals. Petrie, 2 assists. And that's it. So Montreal continues to slide. Sorry, Montreal fans. They looked good for a while there. Now it seems like Price is just not stopping anything. The team isn't playing well in front of them. I don't know what's happening because they look unbeatable to begin the year. It's just crazy what's happening right now. All right, shots on goal. 30-21 in favor of Winnipeg. Winnipeg killed them in the face-off, 60-40. Montreal 1 for 2 on the power play. Winnipeg 1 for 4. Penalty minutes 13-9 with Montreal with 13 hits. 19-15, Montreal with 19. Blocks 12-8, Montreal with 12. Giveaways 13-8, Montreal with 13. That's part of the problem right there. 13 giveaways. Not a very good number. Carey Price, 24 saves for 828 save percentage. Connor Hellebuyck, 18 saves, 857 save percentage. It wasn't a great goalie matchup tonight, which the 2 goalies there you would expect to be a low-scoring affair. Not tonight. Not tonight at all. Alright, on to Edmonton versus Vancouver. Now, Vancouver's been a lot, they've been in the news a lot lately because they have been playing terribly again. And Edmonton's been playing great. I mean, I think they've won 6 straight, or maybe it's 5 straight. I can't remember. It's 5 or 6 games straight, but Vancouver's been in the news also. Just a lot of rumors. Is their coach going to be fired? Is their GM going to be fired? Or are both going to be fired? Or are they going to fire sale? Considering where they are in their rebuild, why would they want a fire sale at this point? I mean, part of the problem is they just let go of way too many good players in the offseason. I mean, none of them were great all-stars except for Markstrom. Markstrom was a good one, and right now they probably could use that goalie. I mean, he's had his own struggles, and he's hurt right now, so that doesn't help either, but who knows? I mean, let's see how they do tonight. Not good again. 3-0 loss to Edmonton. And no scoring in the first. Second period, 7:41 in. Alex Chason scores his 4th of the year on the power play from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Tyson Barrie. Technically your game winner right there. Third period, 12:35 in. Jesse Puljujarvi, 6th of the year on the power play from Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. Then 19:37, McDavid adds an empty netter, his 14th of the year from Kyler Yamamoto. There you go. And McDavid reached 40 points with that game. First 40-point guy of the year. Alright, so Edmonton outshot Vancouver 34-32. So they didn't completely outplay them. It's just Mike Smith stood tall and did not let anything in. Faceoffs 57-43 in favor of Edmonton. Power plays 2 for 5 for Edmonton. They did way better on the power play tonight than the last game. 0 for 3 for Vancouver. 10 penalty minutes for Vancouver to Edmonton's 8. 17 hits each. Blocks 21-16 in favor of Edmonton. Giveaways 4-2. Vancouver with 4. Like I said, Mike Smith, 32 saves shutout. Great game for him. Demko, 31 saves, 939 save percentage. He didn't have a terrible game. One of the goals was empty net, so he allowed 2 goals. He had a pretty decently good game, considering how much he saw. Alright, there you go. That's it for this video. Yeah, if you're a Vancouver Montreal fan, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, don't worry, I'm not making fun of you because my team's terrible too. Ducks are god-awful. But I don't know what's happening. It's surprising, to say the least. At least more so for Vancouver. Montreal, some people didn't have them picked to even make the playoffs this year, so they're kind of in the limbo right now, but they also have the advantage of everybody below them is not playing better. So they technically, I believe, are still in a playoff spot. That's the good news. Bad news is they're not playing well enough to do anything in the playoffs at this point. We'll have to see how it works out. But anyways, thank you for watching. If you haven't hit that little subscribe button down there in the corner, please hit that. And if you haven't already, and make sure to check out just above me, or next to me I should say, is other videos to watch. Check those out. And I will see you all next video. Oh, make sure to like, comment, and share. Let me know what you think of tonight's games. Let me know what you think of what's happening with Vancouver. What do you think is going to happen with Vancouver? Are they going to make trades? Are they going to fire people? Or all of the above? And what do you think is going on with Montreal at this point? Alright, I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.